Well, guys, it's Friday night, the day before archery season opens up here in Pennsylvania. I just arrived at our hunting grounds here, and I'm stuck in my truck because the field is full of deer. I took my binoculars out. I saw at least 4 does and 3 spikes. 3 or 4 spikes. Actually, there might have been 4 spikes too. So I'm waiting, hoping they move out of the field and I can get set up in the trailer. But I figured I could do a little pre-hunt interview while I'm waiting. But yeah, I just saw it's a big group of them. And, the spikes were dogging the does already, so they pushed the does out, and now the spikes are just milling around. And I keep checking them with the binoculars, and they still haven't left. But anyway, I'm the first one to arrive here at camp. Paul and our friend Royce are coming up a little later. They'll be here after dark. I wanted to come up early specifically so I could see if there were any deer moving around during the last hour of daylight, and there sure are. Saw so many deer on the drive here, and I'm really excited. This will be our first deer hunt here at this property, and I'm just extra excited about it. I've never had much luck on opening day of archery. I've gotten one small doe on opening day of archery season, and that was 4 years ago. So I don't really expect anything major to happen tomorrow, but it's a new property. There's some good bucks here. Some of those bucks are showing up daily. So we are excited. I haven't got much sleep the past week because I just keep thinking about it. I'm going to be in my stand an hour before for first light, so hopefully I don't spook anything out. And Paul and Royce are going to share a tree stand at the opposite end of the property. Both areas we have trail cameras up at, and the deer go through there regularly. I have some different goals this year. Normally I'm a meat hunter and I'll just shoot whatever comes out first. But for this year, I really am going to try to hold out at least through archery season and try to get one of those bigger bucks, because I have yet, and Paul has yet to get a deer that we feel is worthy of a shoulder mount. We do Euro mounts of all of our bucks, and we're just waiting for the right one to do a shoulder mount of. So the top 3 bucks that are at this property and the top 2 that come through my backyard where I can also hunt are definitely worthy of a shoulder mount. So I'm going to try to hold out at least through archery season for them. If I get through archery season, still haven't filled my buck tag, then I might be a little more lenient when it comes to rifle season, because I do enjoy meat, and I've only gotten 2 bucks so far in my life, so really any buck is a trophy to me, and large mature does are also trophies to me. I'm also going to try to not shoot a doe tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. However, there is one really big doe that we've seen several times on the trail cams. She doesn't have a fawn with her. She's always by herself. So if that particular one comes by, she's going to be hard to pass up. So I might take a shot at her, but other than that, I'm going to try to let the does walk and let the little bucks walk. Same thing with Paul. He's going to try to let the does and the little bucks walk, at least for now. And then our friend Royce, he's a newer hunter. He's gotten 1 doe and 1 buck so far, so he's probably going to be pretty happy to get any buck that's a little bigger than his 6-point that he got last year. So that's where we're at. I'm really excited, and we're going to be here all day tomorrow. Come in for a little bit for lunch and head back out early in the afternoon, and hopefully I will have some footage for you. I'm going to try to film if I get a shot at something, and I sent Paul and Royce with a camera of their own. They're going to try to film, so hopefully next time you hear from me, it'll be because I have a buck on the ground, or somebody does. It doesn't necessarily have to be me. But I'm not going to do any filming of myself in the tree stand. I really don't like the idea of doing any talking in the tree stand and possibly spooking things out. So I'm going to stay quiet. I will try to film anything interesting that comes by, and I will touch base with you guys after the hunt, whether we get something or not. All right, see you out there. I was just about to get out of my truck because I looked through the binoculars and it looked like the spikes were all gone. But there is now a huge doe, just like 75 yards out that way. So I think I'm going to try to dig out my nice camera and see if I can get some footage of these girls. Or girl. I only see one right now. I might be stuck in here till dark. Alright, see you later. So guys, I'm in the trailer now, and the craziest thing, as soon as I come in here, a weasel comes and greets me after I get everything in and lock everything up. But before that, as I was loading up the trailer, there's about 20 deer in the field. This has been a really exciting night. This is the most beautiful sunset with the fall colors. It's been a really fantastic time already, so I almost have to say, even if I don't get anything tomorrow, this trip is going to be worth it. Alright, see you tomorrow morning. Alright, Paul, what's your goal tomorrow?
To eat some more fudge. I really like fudge.
Okay.
But, on a side note, I would like to see someone other than myself get a nice buck or doe. Nothing wrong with shooting a doe early in the season, especially if she's by herself or blowing at you. And, if someone else gets a deer, maybe I'll get in on it. But I do think one of the three of us will launch an arrow at a deer. Whether we'll connect, I don't know.
Royce?
I'm really hoping Courtney's going to miss a shot, and then they're all just going to run to us, and get a chance to whack a nice buck tomorrow.
Yeah, well, you're not allowed to shoot the top three, though. So you should actually wait for Paul and I to each get one of the top three, and then you can have the third one.
I'll shoot though.
All right. Don't shoot the one with twins. from our morning sit today. The guys are out getting lunch right now. And, well, nobody got anything this morning, but I did see a ton of deer. Probably the most deer I've ever seen on opening day of archery season, but they were all out of shooting range for archery, and all the bucks that I saw were not legal anyway. They're all spikes, but I got to see some spikes doing a little sparring, and did get to see a couple of nice sized does. So we'll be back out tonight. We did check our trail camera cards. Unfortunately, it looks like the big bucks are not coming around as much as they were, which is kind of what I expected. This seems to happen to us every October, no matter where we are. But they did show up on the trail cameras a couple times, so anything can happen, and we'll see what happens tonight. Drilled a doe. I didn't catch it on film though. They're on the other side of me. That was a really good shot. I know I said I wasn't going to shoot a doe today, but I couldn't pass that up.
likes it because he saw deer here a lot.
Yes, we definitely saw deer here. That's a big doe. Here.
Spotlight.
She's heavy. So a week ago, my crossbow broke, and we just got a new one on Thursday or Wednesday, and I was only able to shoot it once because the bolt went straight through my target and ripped the fletching off. But it was dead on, so I was confident with it, and I got this girl tonight at about 35 yards. She was with a smaller fawn and a 3-point buck, and then after I shot her, I had about 20 minutes later I had a bunch of does come in, and then the 3-point buck followed them out, and they never even knew I was there.